Hello to everybody watching. Welcome to Premier Aquatics. My name is Steve and I'm the business owner here at Premier Aquatics. Today we are going to show off this wonderful copper tree bonsai. Absolutely fascinating pieces. These are actually, they look quite natural apart from the wooden slabs of course, but these are all constructed out of various pieces of wood moulded together. Somebody spends a lot of time moulding and chopping these into form. Slightly strange with these pieces of wood on there, but I've got a cracking idea on how we can transform that with a bit of glue and some mossballs. So, without further ado, we've not got a huge list of ingredients. So we've got our tree, the bonsai, the copper tree. We do these in various sizes. This one's the small. We're going to use some instant glue, aquarium safe glue. This is underwater strength and excellent for growing adhesive plants onto. And then my trusty old scruffy knife that we have in here. I've sharpened it, so hopefully we should be able to get through these mossballs. And the only green ingredient that is missing are the mossballs. They're in a tank just in front of me, and I'll take the camera over there right now. So we're by the tanks at Premier Aquatics, and down here we have our mossballs. We need 5 of those to do what we're going to do with, and I'm hoping that we can modify these, glue them onto our tree and make a real showpiece for your aquarium very cheaply and very easily. So I'm going to guide you through that. We'll have a closer look at the mossballs in a second, and then we're going to get cracking and get back onto our counter and I'll show you guys how we. As you can see, the mossballs all fairly random sized, but there are slight differences there. Not all symmetrical, not all perfectly round. These are tiny balls of moss that have been rolling round. Sorry, they're not a moss. These are tiny balls of algae, and they've been rolling round on the bottom of a lake bed. And form this cylindrical shape, which we're now going to modify and hopefully make our bonsai tree look absolutely amazing. It's our counter, and we've got our bonsai tree. We've now got our glue. I've taken that out of the packet just to save us a little bit of time and your boredom. My trusty knife and our mossballs. So we've got 5 mossballs in total. And what I've done, I've wranged the water, I've squoze these now, so there's very, very little water in there. And simply what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one at a time and move everything out of my way. I'm just going to cut in half each mossball. So as you can see, the centre is as green as the outer. It's just a solid ball of algae. It rolls around on the bottom of a lake, and then now that doesn't look all that natural, so it will do. It's going to look absolutely amazing. So what we can do is these mossballs, I'm going to show you both sides together. They're roughly the same size. I'd say this one was slightly smaller than this one. So because this is the smaller, let's start and see if we can just tease it out from the centre. Just let me open it out. Very, very gently. Don't want to tear this. Just tease it apart. And as you can see, it is already now, this was the smaller piece, remember, it is already 1.5 times larger than the original piece, the other half. And we can do exactly the same with that. And that one's opened up very nicely. can see there, 2 pieces that are much more significantly larger than the original mossballs that we started with. Slight domed effect and a relatively flat base. You can see there, it's just allowing us to tear it open just a little bit more. Don't want to go too far, don't want to rip that in half, we're just teasing that out. This is a dome, and that is going to look amazing on. I'm going to go on this one first. Well, this is the gel glue. It is nice and strong, so we'll put that in there, and we are literally just going to glue this into position. We're going to push that down. That's stage 1 done. That's just covering the piece of wood. There's a beautiful domed effect. Still a bit visible there, so you can just, and then again you can add a touch more glue at the side if you wanted to, but now that is adhered and is nice and strong. Come on, should we go there next to it? Then push down in the centre, let that glue adhere, and then you can fold that over just to tease and hide away the wood, as you can see there. And that is starting to take shape. We now need to do that another 8 times, so I'm going to stop this one, stop this video, and we'll put another one on. We'll fast forward through me cutting, gluing and sticking, and we'll come out. Thanks for watching us at Premier Aquatics. This is our Oriental bonsai. As you can see, it's made a massive transformation. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like, and maybe even check us out on our Facebook channel. We're very active on social media. Our shop is gathering pace. We're getting very popular, and I hope to be able to continue to help with small handy projects like this, but I think that looks absolutely fantastic, much better than the original product, and it shows what you can do with a little bit of imagination and a few very simple. And the finished product is an absolutely beautiful bonsai tree that looks super realistic. Very beautiful, and that is a 5-minute transformation that will cost less than, I think the total cost is less than £40, and you have gained a beautiful piece of Oriental beauty. Thank you so much for watching Premier Aquatics. We couldn't do it without you at